It's 2019! And with 2019 means the new Need for Speed game is coming out this year. And as you guys all know, this is a racing channel. I've kind of become a bit known for Need for Speed things. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in the first video, 2019, is Need for Speed 2019. Probably not going to be called that, you know, when it comes out later on this year. I guess it's probably going to be around November time. But we're going to talk about the timeline today. We're going to talk about when we can expect to start seeing leaks and information, then when we can start expecting to see gameplay, and then when we can be expecting to see the release date. Remember that most of this video is speculation. None of this is confirmed. We don't even know necessarily that a Need for Speed game is coming, but there's a lot of multiple sources we can grab from to kind of give us a good indication of what we can expect to come with Need for Speed this year, and that's kind of the basis of this video. Obviously none of this is official, but I'm pretty sure if you look at this in a year's time, I'm going to be right with almost 80% of what I say. So that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and talk about today. I thought this would be interesting because every time I, look at a game, whether it's, the new COD game coming out or the new FIFA game coming out or, Red Dead or whatever, I always am curious to knowing like when I can look forward to things, and I guess this is basically kind of going to be a video like that. So this is all based off kind of the last games that have come out, so more specifically 2015 and Payback. Those games followed a very similar launch kind of window or launch period, a launch promo period where they were doing things in a certain way, and I kind of want to talk about that in this video. Obviously the things are subject to change, but I reckon for the most part, in terms of the vague months and stuff, this is probably going to be right. So teasers are a bit, a bit weird because in 2015 and Payback, we actually got them at different times. The most important thing is that we definitely will get a teaser before E3. It's going to be before E3. With Payback, it was the R34 in the dust. In 2015, it was that little kind of image of the BRZ and the 911. This year, I'm assuming we'll probably get something similar. It'll probably be a picture, maybe something in Morse code or some shit. That'll probably be the first piece of information, the first thing we can expect, the first kind of look into what Need for Speed is doing in the future. And then after that, we're going to get a teaser trailer. So teaser trailers, again, Payback in 2015 was slightly different in the execution, but the timing was very similar. But we usually get teasers before E3 or EA Play. So I'd expect that to be no different this time around. I'd expect to be getting a teaser just before EA Play or E3, whatever you want to call it. It's probably going to be some type of little video trailer. Maybe, the Need for Speed Twitter would start teasing things. Something across those lines. Again, this has happened for the past 2 years, so I'd be very surprised if this didn't happen again this year. And then that leads us perfectly up to E3-EA Play. This is where we're going to get our first gameplay trailer. Again, very similar to 2015 and Payback. This is usually where we see, our first gameplay trailer. A lot of the EA game changers usually get flown out over there to record early gameplay. So you're going to be seeing gameplay not only from, YouTubers that you watch like Black Panther, Tomcat, etc, but you'll also be seeing, the live demo on the stage, which will probably be different to what you see, behind closed doors with those EA game changers, including myself. E3 is really where the kind of wheels will start rolling. I know it feels like ages away from now because we're only in January, but this period of like these kind of 5-6 months are going to fly. Once that promo wheel starts getting going and the advertising starts happening, you're really like that period is going to really go back quite fast. After E3, I'd assume we're going to get multiple teasers, maybe some gameplay, maybe some, just more leaking of information, or, them slowly trickling out information through under the hood articles. This would lead perfectly up to Gamescom. Now again, Gamescom very similar to E3 in terms of how gameplay is going to be done. So there'll be a stage demo which will show some type of specific feature in the game. So I'd hope deep down that the cops are a big feature in this game, or a big focus point in this game. Maybe the physics are a big focus in this game. So maybe at Gamescom expect a cops or a physics trailer, something across those lines. Obviously the game changers will be going to Gamescom hopefully as well. I mean, fingers crossed they'll be going to Gamescom. They did obviously last time and the time before that, where they will also get some different gameplay, and obviously that's subject to change with whatever happens. And at the back end of August, you're already at kind of pretty much like the halfway point of the year, beyond the halfway point of that year, and at that point, the game is probably going to starting to be finished, starting to kind of resemble a final shape. I do imagine under the hood articles will be kind of put in the gaps of these major events. So obviously you're not going to see loads of under the hood articles just randomly in 1 month. They'll probably be spread out between E3 and Gamescom and launch as well. After Gamescom, it kind of gets a bit quiet. I reckon that during that period, they'll just start releasing some more miscellaneous gameplay trailers as they have in the past, more under the hood articles, and then that'll probably lead up to some early gameplay that lots of YouTubers and journalists as well will probably go ahead and capture. You've probably noticed that I think E3 and Gamescom, for the most part, the game changers may get something a bit more specific. Obviously, journalists and stuff will get gameplay as well, but I think during that period they might do something for the game changers which is a bit more specific compared to journalists. But then when early capture comes out, that's where things kind of broaden up a bit, because it's the full game, so you can do anything you want. You know, not all the game changers are going to get all the cars. You know, like, I'm sure some journalists are going to do some things that you're going to want to see in game that we aren't able to. And I reckon this will probably come out around October time if the game is scheduled to come out in November, which I think it is, with EA Access being a few weeks before, maybe in late October. Gives you this September to October period where you're probably going to see some early access gameplay or some gameplay before EA Access, because obviously they would want to give the opportunity for press to do so. And then the game comes out in November for everyone, and that is pretty much the timeline for the next Need for Speed game. It's really easy for me to speak about this because I've seen this kind of timeline work itself multiple times now, in 2015 and Payback. They were almost identical. Obviously, what actually happens with the game and what, you know, comes of the game and what the game decides to focus on, what the game, you know, actually does for the series is a completely different story for a completely different day. And if you do want to hear a bit more about that on the channel, I can bring you some of those videos. But in terms of when to expect things and when to get excited for Need for Speed, these are probably the main dates I'd keep at hand. And that's been it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am weirdly excited for Need for Speed. I shouldn't really be excited because the past two games have been absolute, but I can't help it. It's really weird. I don't know why Need for Speed is a series that I just can't help but get excited for. Same as COD. I'm really looking forward to the new COD game. And it's annoying because, like, I know that the past few games have been absolutely trash, but it's still the best game for customization. Period. There's no game that is better for customization than Need for Speed. Whether you like Payback or not, whether you like 2015 or not, the game has like the best customization, like shooter customization in a car game, period. That's its best selling point, I guess you could say. And that's still probably reason enough for me to keep coming back. Although I do hope they fix things. Like, actually, please fix things this year, Ghost. We don't want to be stuck with the same broken game gap that we've got for the past 4 years. If the Huracan and the RSR are still OP 4 years on, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.